see the world the way you want it to be. That once we've achieved certain levels, doesn't mean we're all enlightened or going to float off into the ethers, but there's a level that we hold ourselves to that says, I am committed to see the light, to see the freedom, to see God in the midst of it all. I am committed to that, and I'm going to do it 24/7, not just when I show up at the center, not just when someone comes and says, I want to have a session. I am committed to live my life that way, to see with our God eyes. And when we see the world, you know, I love that Bette Midler song, From a Distance, that when we see the world as God sees the world, we see it as perfect, whole, and complete. And when we look in the mirror and see ourselves, and I know this is dualistic languaging, but it's for the point, so hang in there with me. When we can look in the mirror and see ourselves the way that God sees us, then the only thing we can see is perfection, is health, is wholeness, beauty, joy, prosperity, success, love. That's the only thing that we can see. And one of the ways that I look at it inside of myself is that if I'm looking out in the world and seeing things that are less than perfect, whole, and complete, I am seeing with my not God eyes. I don't want to get them into Barbara's eyes or my ego eyes or my human eyes. I don't really want to go there. They're just not the highest eyes I can see. And so it is my job at that moment to put on my God eyes, to put on my God eyes and look anew and look fresh at the experiences in life, and to see how only good can come from this, to see how this is a blessing in disguise, to see how no matter what they say, that this is perfect, whole, and complete. And when we do that, everything changes. When we do that, then the outer reflects the inner, because remember, the outer is simply a reflection. So if we're looking at the outer and we're judging it and we're criticizing it and we're feeling less than because of the outer, well, my God, that's our outer. We put it there because of what we reflected out into the world. And so if we want to change the outer, we have to change the inner. And one of the easiest ways I know of to change the inner is to put on your God eyes. To look into that situation long enough and deep enough until you see the presence of Spirit there. Until you see that it's perfect, whole, and complete, that there is only love, that all is well, that we live in an abundant universe where there is more than enough for all. To look at that circumstance until it changes, and to look at it from the highest level that we've got. Put on your God eyes. And when we do that, we end up with a room full of people who can say, I've never been happier. My life is better than it's ever been. And where we have miracles be an everyday occurrence. There's something that happens when we see with our God eyes, when we can look so clearly into a circumstance that it's no longer an illness or a disease, it's health and wholeness. When we can look at discord until we find peace. When we can look at lack until we see abundance. That is our job. To put on our God eyes no matter what is going on.